it then makes them feel like they're part of the whole thing. And I just don't know, Tara. I don't know where 6, 7.
Oh. 8, 9. Do you know how many times? Okay.
We have so just like embedded the era.
Welcome to Royally Unhinged, the podcast where we talk all things marketing, networking, and the wizardry. It's all things that you needed to know, and some of the things that you didn't know that you needed to know, and now you know. I am one of your podcast co-hosts, Tara B, with my other fantabuloso podcast co-host,
Princess P.
And together,
we are Royally Unhinged.
Welcome, friends.
It only works in the studio. I cannot tell you how many times I have been on a stage in front of people and I do that and it just lands so flat.
They just don't get it.
Without you.
They just don't get it.
Without you. Without you. Without you.
Okay, that's the song.
I can't. I don't know what you just said, but I'll rewind later.
Yeah, we don't need to. Okay. So, welcome, friends. This is Royally Unhinged, the podcast, and we're going to talk about fun things today. And did you know that you could actually sponsor us?
What?
You totally can.
Do tell.
You can go to royallyunhinged.com and go down at the bottom and fill out that contact form.
That would be stupendous.
And we could come to your business or organization or place. As long as it's safe.
We don't have to.
We don't have to, but we could. We could come there and we could talk about your business.
Especially if it's a chocolate factory.
Ooh.
We would love that. Or a bakery.
Chocolatier. It's like that guy. That chocolatier guy. He makes all like the fancy chocolate
Oh, yeah.
things.
Have you seen the things?
Yeah.
You don't want to eat them, but they're pretty.
Dude, you should just sponsor us and fly us out to you because I think you're in Europe. So fly us out to you.
Done and done.
But yeah, we can either come to your business, talk about you, we'll tailor a topic to your business, to you, those things, or you can just sponsor us and we'll just do it right here. We can do it either way. So, yeah, but you know what we won't do?
But I won't do that. It's a song, but I'm not even close to singing it correctly.
I don't know. It was just
Dishes?
in there. I won't do your dishes, but I won't copy you.
Oh, that would be so attacky.
Cringe.
Ick.
Hashtag. It's an ick.
Big time.
Okay, here's what this episode is going to be.
Do tell.
My ick of people copying
Girl.
other people's logo, brand, gimmick, thing. I can't tell you how annoying it is to see something like that, especially when there's been like so much extra. Yes, Paula.
Okay, I would like to just put this into the context of the dish we are cooking. Because there is the saying, imitation is the highest form of flattery. But I see previous episodes when we talked about how you do something, such as if you want to help somebody with their logo, how you go about it. As we're talking about this, I want to just kind of keep that out there because sometimes it can be done in a way that is flattery, that is kind.
I do think, to note to that, don't verbatim copy. You need to take it and make it your own because we've talked about many a times. Like, it could be really working for you. My sleeves are so puffy today.
And that's why there's trademark.
But doing something, making it your own so it fits within your brand voice, your story, all of that thing. But with the words didn't sound correct out of my mouth. But I think that's just what really, because I've seen many a time, there have been, I had my DJ client, years ago, like many a moon ago, I developed his brand, his logo. And maybe like 10 years ago, he reached out to me and he was like, hey, there's this DJ company that's over in like California or something like that. They have like the exact same brand and the same business name and like everything.
Oh, wow.
And it was like almost exact. And I was like, okay, yours was a custom made logo. So obviously they found yours somewhere. Their name is the same. Like, it was just,
Wow.
it's just like cringe, but that's now where we are with like trademarks. Like, you have to like trademark everything so that people don't steal it. And I'm like, is that really a good place to be in the world where like we have to protect our stuff so much that...
And we do. And then, okay, this could actually go in a lot of different ways today because, you know, sometimes I just think of the people that have taken so much time to create a brand, create awareness, do the work, put in the work. And then if someone just comes along and steals it, and I have to pause because it is not lost on me right now, the arguments around AI.
I was just going to comment on that too.
And the fact that I go at like, so I can see now where people might be like, we've taken all this time to copy it. And it's one of the, here's my only argument to that is if it's something that's used to educate AI, like if the information is put in there so that AI knows about it and understands.
Which I've done that. I've done that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like to me, that's what it is. If it's using everything you've done to learn from, to me, that's very different than it just, like if it learned everything about Princess Paula and then someone came along and they said, I want to have a royal brand. And and chat was like, how about Princess Paula? Like that would be weird.
Yeah.
But that's not what happens is usually they're putting in all this stuff into these LLMs and they're using it to learn and understand so that they can give out an answer.
Yeah.
They're not just giving out, here's 2 lines from Paula's book, which I don't have.
My example,
but if I did, it would be a bestseller. Out of the gate.
See previous episodes.
Before it's even published.
It's not just even written yet.
I'm a best-selling author. Didn't you know?
We're a best
award-winning podcast.
Yeah, we're that. So
if you know, you know.
Hashtag you know. So I think okay. So here's my actual this is why I wanted to talk about this today.
I'm all ears.
I'm gonna be a little vague.
A few toes.
Because I'm not calling anybody out.
And fingers.
Just a few. But I have a client and they are widely known.
Let's say it's me.
Let's just say it's Paula.
Oh my gosh, sorry.
They are widely known and they get asked to do a whole bunch of different things all over the US and maybe sometimes outside
and Europe and the 7 oceans.
Maybe one day they will get there. But there has been a couple individuals that I have seen that try and take the essence of what that brand is, what that voice is, their strategy that they do, and they're trying to just copy and paste for themselves. So I wanted to talk about this because then there's a couple other examples too, I
just thought of something.
Chris Lindahl.
Oh,
his marketing
naming names.
Well, that one, I mean, I think we all know.
Yeah.
Chris Lindahl in the Midwest.
Could you imagine if you start copying, you just start doing, I want to give you a big hug. If you just start just going
I wonder, did he trademark his actual pose?
Pose? Oh,
I could go look. I'm going to go look after this. I'm really interested to see if he trademarked that. Because then I see, there was Call of Duty. That, the game, Call of Duty, they had a billboard that was exactly that. It was some guy that was standing like that. Their goal, because it was in a billboard in the Midwest, so they copied the pose by Chris Lindahl, and it said, guaranteed kills or whatever, guaranteed great, whatever the thing was. So it was
interesting.
A mirror off of that. But then I've also seen...
okay, hold on though. That feels a little bit different because sometimes when you give a nod to someone that way...
Well, that's was a really good marketing strategy, especially in the Midwest, because it wasn't
you're taking something that's known and you're copying it and you're nodding to it. You're not copying their content. You're not taking their content.
Yeah, you're not trying to weasel your way in and do it that way. It's
So that's what I'm saying, Tara. There seems to be a fine line with this, much like when we talked about the logo, that how it's done seems
and the intention behind it. That seems to be where it's at. And this one client that I have, the intention that I think is, I don't really know. I don't really know what this intention is, but I've seen a couple people that try and do exactly what they are doing and try and like utilize a lot of their content and putting it on their stuff.
This one's a hard one for me today.
But then I know that we were talking about, like, you've had people that take your videos.
Yeah, let me pause for 1 second, because here's the first thing that came to mind, and it's one of my pet peeves. Paula's pet peeves.
Princess Paula's pet peeves. Potter.
So when I would go to networking meetings and people did not come prepared.
Oh, I have an additional story on this.
And people don't come prepared with your own freaking commercial. If you don't know your own business, if you have not attended one of Princess Paula's keynotes on networking, and you have at least 3 to 4 commercials at all times ready to go, which you should and you must. So my biggest pet peeve is going to a networking meeting and everyone's getting up to do their commercials, and Tara gets up to do her commercials, and then I say, I just want to
piggyback off of what Tara was saying.
It takes everything in me. Do not lunge across. Like, don't you? And then I've seen it. I've been at networking meetings where several people in a row will go like, well, just to copy on what they said, just to, no. Come up with your own commercial. Don't ride my coattails. Don't piggyback on my commercial. Don't use my commercial as a launch pad for yours, unless it's somehow like, I just don't like that.
So it's really interesting how that you just made that comment, because I've been a part of a networking group before that there were a few other people in the marketing space that were also in this group that were visiting. And actually, no, I think they were part of it. Anyways, doesn't matter. So my whole point is, because to that, I would get up and I would do my commercial. Like, there was one individual that kind of kept on positioning themselves. So like
they'd go after you.
They would always go after me. So like I would get up and do my commercial. Then they would get up and they would do the exact same commercial, slightly different, like very slightly. So to your point, don't do that. Like, I've had that happen numerous times, and I'm just like,
it's lazy.
And I'm like, do you even know what you do?
Lazy.
Like, do you even know what you do?
And it bothers me because I'm willing to put in the work, and you aren't putting in the work, and you're just copying me. What we had talked about before we pressed record and started recording this podcast was, you see this happen a lot, especially on TikTok. On TikTok, it's easy to take someone's video and repost it.
I see that on YouTube Shorts a lot too.
Probably. And that's why more and more, there's a gal I follow on TikTok. Her name is Aunt Brie. She is an HR person, contract person. And she has now made it so that on her, on her set that she has, the way she's branded things, because her stuff has been stolen so many times and people repost it as their own. And I've seen that. I've seen people are taking my videos and they're reposting them. I can't even find them because I go to try to find where they've reposted it. And it's like, I don't even know how they're doing
deep,
it.
Dark web, like hidden.
But
so
if they
far
have
away.
something they know will get a lot of views, they'll steal somebody else's content, repost it as their own, so they can start getting all the views. Oh, okay, we can go deep for days on this, because this just triggered a thoughtsicle of. I've been seeing people on TikTok who have made t-shirts, like these fun craftsy, Etsy, homemade. They'll make like a t-shirt, whatnot, and then they end up seeing how some company has stolen their designs and is recreating their designs and selling, and they're like, that's not the original, that's not me.
Well, then we could even go back to like the dupes of like Louis Vuitton and like all of that stuff. Like, do you really want it if it's a dupe? Like,
House of Lady Gaga. House of Gucci. I just watched the House of Gucci movie. Gaga? She stars in it.
Oh.
Yeah. She marries into the Gucci family. And it's interesting because in that movie, to your point, she sees someone has made a fake Gucci and she's like, it's diluting the brand. Like, we can't have those out there because it's diluting the brand. Right. But one of the original Gucci's said, actually, it's a good thing because all of these women and housewives and everybody wants a piece of it. So he's like, so what if they have a $20, $30 bag? It then makes them feel like they're part of the whole thing. And I just don't know, Tara. I don't know where 6, 7.
Oh. 8, 9. Do you know how many times? Okay.
We have so just like embedded the era. Oh, I never even showed you her. Oh my gosh, I got to show you her.
I have to go see a previous episode about what she's talking about right now. Do you know how much my TikTok feed? Yeah, I'm kind of back on TikTok now. I don't know why. I just am.
Welcome.
I was on Shorts for a while, but then it just like...
They're not the same.
It just felt weird. So now I'm back at like my OG, like all my people that I was following before. And like, I feel like I'm back home again. I just need a vacation. Anyways, but my feed, because it's right after the holidays that we are recording. So my entire feed is filled with the Grinch from Orlando Studios. And all of like the crazy things that like all of the different versions of the Grinch. And all that I see all the time now are like this one I just saw this morning. It's this little girl. She goes up to the Grinch and she's like, how tall are you? Or no, she says, how high are you? And he's like, what? And she's like, well, how tall are you? And he's like, oh, that could have gone a really bad way. And then she's like, yeah, how tall are you? And he's like, oh, I'm about 5'10", maybe 6 foot, 6'2" on a good day or something like that. And then she's like, oh, I thought you were 6'7". And he just like turns around and walks away. But then I see these other Grinches that like they'll come out and he's like the kids will try and like get a rise out of him. So they'll be like, oh, 6'7". He's like, haha, 8, 9. Like 4'11", like they just keep doing.
We did it as Santa and Mrs. Claus. If you're watching this with kids or listening in the car, Santa is real.
He just has helpers.
We were doing it this year. Like every year we try to find out what the trend is so that we can be relevant and fun for the kids. Otherwise you end up being the Santa that's like, what?
Okay, have you ever done like Skibbity Toilet or something like that?
Yep. 2 years ago, 100%. That whole season.
That's amazing.
That like every year I figure out what the latest trending things are. We're doing 0.5s. But yeah, it was like Skibbity Toilet. That whole year we did all of those. And it's so much fun because you wait until you're ready to do a photo or a selfie with a bunch of teenagers or whatnot. And then that's the moment where I say it to where I just crack them up.
6, 7.
Yeah. So whatever is the trending thing.
That's hilarious.
I always make sure that we're on trend with stuff to be relevant.
Anyways, so my entire feed has basically been all these versions of Grinches. And Nick...
That's very interesting.
Nick something. He's a main one that keeps on popping up because he's like really over the top, like...
Interesting.
Whatever. But then I'll see the ones that's like, what is up, my guy? Like... I have to show you these. Okay. They're so funny.
When we're done, I'm going to show you my breakfast gal.
We're a little bit off topic.
But the point, sometimes I don't know, when is it flattery and it's awesome, and when is it annoying me? Because there are times where people will say like, oh, I want to be like Paula. You know, like everyone wears my name tag now. That's great because I'm promoting that up and down the wazoo. So that's totally fine. But sometimes when people go, oh, I'm doing this because Paula, oh, it happened recently. Someone took a selfie of themselves somewhere. They're like, oh, I'm going to do like Paula does, you know, or oh, now I take selfies because I've seen Paula do it. So I do it. And I'm just like, that's my brand. That's a little bit different where it's, and that's good. People should be taking pictures.
But that's where it's like, if people are actually calling out too, like, oh, this is part of who I am now. Like, this is me. Like, if you're changing it that much, then it's really not you. You're just stealing somebody else's. That's where I'm just like.
Or if you see, this is what I'm saying. It feels like razor's edge. Because if you see somebody doing something really well and you want to be like them or do like them, okay. Actually, me and I love talking about Brie, that girl Brie.
I knew you were going to. How did I know you were going to say
Brie and I have had this conversation a lot because this has also happened to Brie. And we talk about this and, but Brie and I have talked about this because in the context of always nodding back to who got you to where you are. Mm-hmm. So I'm on a bit of a weight loss journey right now because of Brie. So I often, when I talk about my success, I point to her because it's because of her that I'm where I'm at.
Yeah.
And both she and I have inspired others to do the same. And I think it's always really good when you point to people. So if you're going to copy somebody, if someone has inspired you in the marketing space, if you are doing what you're doing because you saw someone else doing it, making sure that you acknowledge,
tag them,
whether it's that, mention it, just kind of
lifting the person who helped you get to where you are up.
Instead of just saying, this is all mine, I made this, I created this. Well, no, you didn't. So I think that's one way of honoring if you're going to borrow from someone, or if you're close to copying but not quite copying. Is this making sense? Is this landing? Anyone?
I think it's landing. But even
it's just
hard
hard
if you're copying though, because what I've been seeing a lot is like a lot of reproduced sorts of similar brands that's trying to be put in the same light. Like I'm trying to tiptoe around
what
this
we were
a little
talking
bit.
about earlier was almost like blatant stealing. Like we were talking a very specific someone who, again, we won't mention because we don't want to do that. But we were talking about someone who it really appears as if their random person out here has found your client.
Yes.
And is not just replicating the content, seeing what you're doing for your client, and they're like, I want to create that too. They're literally taking the content and reposting it as if it's their own.
Yes.
I don't know how that's not just plagiarism or some kind of something illegal.
Well, in the way that this person out here is like also like they're just trying to build their own brand. It seems like that's like
We'll call them Voldemort.
We'll call them Voldemort. So Voldemort's trying to build his own brand that is almost identical to what I have helped my client develop. And it's like, I kind of see it as a
what
form
do we
of flattery,
do though,
but
Tara? Because if I say there's more than enough for everyone, is it okay that they copy a brand or no? No, not if they're copying it.
No.
Well, not if they're taking your content and reposting it. That's stealing.
I think there's just a certain, because there's like the way that this brand has been developed, it has a very certain sort of feel about it and look about it. But when that exact same feel and look is now transposed into this Voldemort's brand, it's like, could you have done it a little bit different?
You know, I'm siding with you because we have had these conversations before where I'll post something and then lo and behold, I'll look and somebody else, maybe even another speaker, will make a post. That's exactly what I just posted. And I'm like, really? Can you come up with your own stuff? Or if you like mine,
put it in the chat and
you know I
to
can
change
see.
it so
it's that
your
thing
own
where you're
brand
like,
voice.
you know, we can see you, right? Like I can see what you're doing.
Well, that's what I'm like. Are people just so oblivious to this that they're just like, I'm just going to keep doing it until I get caught? Like, if I don't get caught, I'm just going to keep going. Or is it really like, you just don't care?
But it becomes that whole thing is if you catch them, like if you go to them, what are you going to do? Are you going to say stop or send them a cease and desist? Like spend all the money and time to go to court to... But again...
I think it depends on how far, because if you have developed a brand, which maybe that brand is also trademarked.
Okay, well then you have a leg to stand on.
Yes. But if that brand is not trademarked...
Oh,
words.
Tara. Okay, now we're going to take a... We're going to go over this way.
Right turn or left turn?
Right turn.
Okay.
Because then this gets into the whole of using photos and all the years where it's like if you just grabbed a photo off the internet, that like why people started watermarking photos.
Yeah.
Like if you went to a website where you could get free photos you could use versus just grabbing some photo. Everyone was like, you can't use that. Where'd you get the photo from?
Well, do you want to know the amount of times I've actually seen people use photos that have watermarks on it and they still post it on Facebook?
Yeah, right.
Dead serious. It's got Shutterstock written right across it, and they post
Yeah, right.
it. Not joking.
Do they not? Just can't. I don't even know what to say to that.
Which I like. If I know them, like hey, like if Shutterstock sees that you have this this watermark photo, they will actually come after you. Case in point.
Who would do? Oh.
The amount of time, I'm not lying. The amount of time, my tights are really weird right now. What was I just going to say? Arrgh.
Posting things, stealing photos that are not yours with a watermark.
Oh, okay. So, fonts. Did you know that if you download a font that is not commercial or not free to the public or whatever it is?
How would you know?
So if it's not one that's just automatically loaded in your computer, because me being a designer, my designer people might
I can
know.
download new fonts into Word.
Yeah, but if you download a font and it's not like a commercial, like you don't have a certain license for it and you're using it for your business.
What?
Like I had a client, I helped develop his brand. It was a font. I don't know. I've seen it on Canva before. But it was a font that I had to download. But I thought that it was a free open license that any commercial business could use or whatever. But it wasn't. So we had to get the commercial license for it. But because on websites, they have preloaded on WordPress, the platform that I use to build websites, they have preloaded fonts that are on there already that you can use from. Not all of the fonts in the world are on there. There's some special ones. So if I'm trying, like if I have headings that I have a certain font that's part of that brand guide, I want to upload that font into the website so I can use it. So case in point, my client that I developed his brand for, I thought it was a open license that could be used, and so I uploaded it to the website. It was used as his headers or something. He ended up getting an email. It was actually, I think, in a contact form from the person who actually because people make fonts, like brush strokes and everything. He got an email that said, this font is not commercially licensed for you to use for your business. You have to either purchase it or take it down. Otherwise, there will be legal action taken against you. So it happens, people. I'm not joking.
How would they know? How would they know that he used it?
Because there's scanners and stuff like that you can see on there.
Wow.
But it was just and I just quickly changed out the font to something else. So we didn't even use the font anymore. But this is why it's just important to not post watermark things and maybe not steal content. Because if you're stealing this stuff and putting it out there, there could be bad things that happen.
This is why I'm actually really grateful for chat. It's one of the reasons why I love images, because I was always trying to go and find images to use and free images and where could I get an image from. And I just love that I can create my own now, so I don't have to worry about if it's copyrighted, if it's whatever it is.
Which, speaking of, I'm just going to throw this other thing out there. I feel like I'm kind of random all over when we are recording right now. But just because you brought up chat and images, when I'm trying to see if she sees where I'm going with this.
No clue.
Because you put out a post recently about some images that a lot of people were posting.
Oh!
There it is.
And I actually saw someone do as we're coming into the new year, we're into 2026, and people were looking back in 2025 or whatever, and I did not, marked safe from being in a sparkly picture with the Grinch or whatever.
So if you don't know what I'm talking about, over the holidays, there were a lot of people. It was this huge thing. There's a certain prompt that you can put into chat.
I wasn't making friends.
Upload your own photo with it, that it will put you, there was one with the Grinch, or there was one
in a sparkly sequined.
Yeah, it was a little bit of
risque.
A revealing. There were some of them that were really not okay, especially in the professional world. But then there was one they had a candy cane, or there was another one where they were, I don't know. I saw one with Santa too. But anyways, everyone was just using these, or using chat, an AI, to develop just these images that, our feeds were just filled with them for, a good week, I would say. And Paula put out a post about this.
You know what I should have done, Tara?
Done your own.
I should have made a custom one where I was wearing a sparkly suit, professional business pants and a sparkly jacket. And I was strangling chat or something, or hitting chat with the peppermint stick or something. That would have been awesome.
Okay, now you're going to have to prompt that after. And now we're going to have to show it right here. so that people can see.
We pause.
It's got to be right there. But anyways, I kind of just wanted to dive into this because the whole concept was still, like, everyone started copying everybody else. Like, everyone had to see what their picture was like. Okay, let me also add, some of the Grinch's faces were, like, jank. Like, they were bad. Like, they were scary. Like, I thought I was going to be murdered by that thing that's coming out. But anyways, it's just like everyone was doing the exact same thing. And you had a comment about it that you put out on a post. And there was some discussion about this.
May not have been making friends when they were money, but I was mad. Yes, go ahead.
I actually read your post. I don't think you didn't sound mad about it.
Good.
You were questioning. You were like, I'm all for people using AI and using chat.
It just made it too like where there's a super, was it you? It was you. Where I said, it's like having a cell phone that's this amazing piece of technology, can do all these things. You can use it for all sorts of stuff. And if you used your cell phone as a coaster for a coffee cup, can you use it as a coaster? Yeah. Is that using it to its potential and everything that it can do? Like, are you just taking something that's really high tech and amazing and just doing something really dumb with it?
But after a lot of those comments that I was reading that people put out there, I mean, a lot of them were saying, like, it's something to start introducing for people. Like, it's a tool that people might have been scared of, but being able to start using it this way might introduce
be the bridge.
It might be the bridge to get to the next level with it. So I'm curious, quick, I know this is a little bit off what we were talking about, but I'm curious, has your thought changed at all about that?
Well, and that was part of what I put in the post as well. Is I was doing the 6, 7. I was like weighing back and forth. I was kind of going like, on the other hand, Fiddler on the Roof reference, is I was like, okay, if this is a way to get people introduced, comfortable across the threshold, is that bad? No. But if they think that all this does is create these fun,
if that's all
silly,
that you're using it for forever and always.
Yeah, and that's where I was kind of going, like, then people think AI is all about creating these pictures and photos, and it's so much more. So my concern is just people going like, this is what AI is, which is why AI gets a bad rap, which is why people think they're not using it, because they see it as this, all it does is create goofy pictures.
Okay, so bringing it back to copying and having things all be the same and stuff. So my question to you, because you train on AI, if you didn't know.
Fun fact.
So my question to you is, when people put in a prompt into chat, like if I'm looking for, I don't know, I'm having it write a blog for me or something like that, and I'm putting in a prompt for it, and I'm being pretty specific, but my question is, how often is that same blog written for somebody else, just slightly different?
Like, it can't, because every time it's going to give something new. Like, that's just the way it is designed, is every single time it creates something new. The output is always new.
So I just hit my microphone. Apologies. So me going on to chat and being like, I need a blog for Dapper Dog Marketing. I want it to be about website development and SEO
And if I went onto mine and typed the same prompt, we're going to get 2 different answers.
Okay, that's my question, because I've had a lot of people ask me that before.
You will get 2 different answers.
Is there going to be like a plagiarism thing? Is it going to be the same for company A over here's blog or over here?
In fact, so there's a lot of things that we're finding out now. Some of them are the way these LLMs just want to please, and they just want to make us happy. So sometimes they're almost just saying things, hoping that they're going to make us happy, whether or not it's really true or accurate, because it just wants to give us what we want.
Yeah.
So because of that, because they are being personalized, like it's the reason why I wouldn't let my husband use my chat. I'm like, you got to get your own, because mine's already getting dialed into who I am and what I do. Yeah. And if you start using mine, you're going to mess up almost like the algorithm, right? Like how whatever we see on TikTok or whatnot, they learn us.
Right.
These LLMs are learning us. So you putting in a prompt in yours, it's going to result in something different than mine, because it's already gotten to know us.
Even if it's like a first time use. Like, what if it's a first time, like, I'm just starting to use chat, Copilot,
it can't.
Whatever.
The way they are designed and created, every single time they've got to give you a new answer. Based on all the information they have, they're going to give us a new answer. Now they're getting better developed. Not
more
really
better,
great.
More better.
Not great English. Where, like if you put in a prompt and ask it something, it's actually gonna, like, especially if you're a first time user, it's gonna say, here's option A, option B. Which one of these do you like
one
better?
Is your suggested, yeah.
Because it wants to immediately start learning you.
Yeah.
Again, English.
That made sense to me.
So, yeah, that's why these are so powerful. And the whole plagiarism, like I get if I wrote 15 books and all of those books have been like uploaded into chat to train chat. Is chat ever going to quote me directly? No, but it will. It could reference it and it's going to show me where it references.
Right. It will have.
But it's also just like, it's as if you can imagine a robot trying to learn how to be human and how humans think and act and be. It's using all this information to figure out what is a human.
Yeah.
So it can give me the best possible answer for human. Okay. So yesterday I was undecorating my house. I got one floor done. TBD for the other one. So this time though, I was trying to really, as I was putting everything back together again, redecorate some areas. I was using chat specifically extensively yesterday to help me redecorate. And it was fascinating because there was some point, like I had some different shelves I was doing and chat was like, no, you got to leave it the way it is. I'm like, oh, wait, should I put more something here? And chat was just like, I know you feel like you want to add more, but trust me, this is, and then it explained all the rules of whatever and decorating. I was like, okay. And chat just kept helping me through several areas of the house that I was redecorating. And sure enough, I would look at it after and go, that looks amazing.
I've done that too.
However, as I was trying to find a new tray for my coffee table, this is a thing. I had 4 different trays in my house and I put one down. I take a picture. I'm like, how about this one? Then the next one. How about this one? And chat was being a little bit too, oh, that's great too. Oh no, I was like, no. We're not playing this game.
Which one's the best?
I was like, don't make me happy. Don't tell me what I want to hear. Tell me the truth. Is this Pinterest worthy? No. So where am I going after we're done recording?
Home Goods.
You got ding dong, ding dong, ding. Oh, sorry, ding dong.
Ding dong.
Yes, I'm gonna go get me a new tray.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get a new tray. So anyways, that's just a little, like, bringing it back home. Is it okay to copy people?
Come up with your own stuff, all right? Come on. If you can't think of something, talk to somebody like us or whoever we refer you to that will help you come up with something that is brand specific. Don't just go find what somebody else is doing and just copy it. Be original.
I want to just add one extra thing on there because I was talking about copying a brand and all of that stuff. I just want you all to understand too, if you go onto Canva and you use one of their logos and you're making your own logo for your brand, you don't own that. Canva owns that.
That's huge.
Just saying. So that's why it's also really important to use somebody who has a marketing background, can go through your goals, your aspirations, your analysis, your cupboards. Take all those
snacks.
Snacks.
And along that line, if you go into chat or an LLM and get them to design a logo for you, before you do anything, take that logo to someone who is a professional graphics designer and just show them the logo, because sometimes chat will come up with a logo that's great, but it won't be able to be printed on anything because of how complex it is or the details. So even if you have chat design something, show it to somebody who actually will help you put this onto business cards and t-shirts and mugs and website, just to make sure that it's doable.
True dat. And then it'll be original to you and you can use it wherever you want. And it's unique and it's yours and it's not somebody else's.
On that note, we're so glad that you hung out with us today, because you know what? You'll never see 2 episodes twice repeated because they're all our own. We record them one new one every week. Every Wednesday, there's a brand new one. Are we going to take somebody else's podcast, put our music at the beginning of it and post it as our own? No.
That seems weird. Then we wouldn't be on it. Then it would just be...
Does that not just prove the whole point of what we just talked about?
That would be so weird.
Just fast forward to this point in the podcast. You can skip all the rest of it. There's the jewel, the diamond to take away. We would love to come and do a podcast at your house. Let's just come to your living room. Oh my gosh. How fun to do a series of like living room chats where we go to people's houses and record in their...
Okay, honestly, who's going to let us into their house?
oh, you're out there, you need to contact us.
I bet Lori would.
Let us come to your house, and
Lori
we'll call
would.
them like
Lori totally would.
couch chats, or I don't know.
Couch confessions.
Or the comment, we need like a Hogwarts reference. I don't know. Anyway, if you will let us come to your dining room or your living room or your whatever, how fun. Or maybe patio. In the summer.
Potter patios. Patio potters.
Something. The patio podcast.
The patio podcast.
In the summer, we can go to different people's patios. Ooh, stay tuned for that in summer of 2026. Or we could do poolside podcasts.
Ooh.
Or patio.
Can we just be in the pool?
Okay, that's getting weird. Now, yeah, so like, subscribe, bada boom, bada bing.
Do all the things. Thank you so much for being with us today and tomorrow and forever.
And ever.
Anyways, if you want to sponsor us, please go to royallyunhinged.com, fill out the contact form down at the bottom, and we
write it out, and an owl will come and pick it up. Bring it to us.
Okay, that needs to happen now. We need to get an owl and train it.
Please.
I want an owl. So thank you so much for being with us today. It's been fun. It's been real. It's been great. I am one of your podcast co-hosts, Tara B, with my other podcast co-host, Paula. It's Paula. And now and forever, I don't even know where I am in my thing. You said, Paula. Okay. And then together we are
Royally Unhinged. Little heavy extra on the unhinged part.
Especially today.
Thanks for listening and watching and hanging out. Now, every episode, we hide a Dumbledore somewhere on set. Did you see him this episode? Do you hear him snoring? There he is. Can we zoom in?
Papa, are you in there?
Dumble snore.
He's tucked in like a little snoring
Nighty
Dumble
night. Oh, nighty night.
Oh my gosh. You stuck around to the end.
Oh my God.
It's great.
We make it worth your while.